So back to your kind of focus on self-love.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you? What will it feel like?
Mm-hmm. I think self-love is ultimately an acceptance of who you are, and a willingness to just accept at the present time in this space right now who you are, even if it not be where you want to be. So it's maybe letting go of the ego of what I should be or what I want, and just accepting now. And I think with that comes a sense of peace and relief, because you still have that idea of who and what you want to be and where you want to go, but you're just not putting the pressure on yourself to be anything other than what you are right now, and realising maybe that has a purpose for it to be the way it is.
So have you got people around you or role models that that they look like they have a lot of self-love, or like is self-love a state that you end up in, or is it a state of being that you keep coming back to?
I don't think anything is a state of an achievement. I think anything is, life is fluid, you go in and out constantly. And what I've learnt before in stages of being enlightened or being in acceptance is all temporary. We're just constantly working on these things. So are there people that I think have self-love? Sure. I've got, I think, people and friends that have a beautiful understanding of who they are, and you can really see it in people that are unashamedly themselves. And confidence. Confidence for me, regardless of how someone is, or physically or mentally or emotionally, just willing to state how they are and who they are and what that is. That for me is a sign of self-love, because they're really accepting of that space that they're in, and that's really attractive to me. And you enjoy being around those people. I think that gives an indication of what self-love could be.
So can you give us an example of one of your mates maybe who is pretty good at reminding you to be self-loving?
Yeah, I mean, Sean, he annoys the hell out of me constantly for asking simple, annoying questions. But it was, I mean, for the same reason I love that about him. And it was a quote that another friend, Josh, made about years ago, and I didn't fully understand it then, but learning to love people for their faults. I think A, gives you a good acceptance. I've realised that you accept yourself in that space, but then you learn to accept other people for their faults. Is a really nice way of looking at that. And that's a challenge for me personally, because you have to let go and accept people. And it also gives you a realistic view of who you are and what your friends are.